Happy Thursday, everyone. I literally don't understand you guys why people feel like they have this entitlement that they don't comply with police officers, like they're above the law. Like, no one's above the law. You have to comply with the police officers. If the police officer says to move, you have to move. If they say that to driver, driver's license or registration, you apply and you give it to them. Why give them pushback? And I just don't understand why people actually do that and thinking there's not going to be repercussions of your action. Also, this is direct message to the parents of Rebecca and Jake. Where is baby Emmanuel? Where is your 7-month-year old son? Because apparently their son was missing last Sunday, I believe, and nowhere to be found. And I have questions. I really do. And it looks very suspect to me. So let's dive in and welcome back everyone to That's It. A disturbed story that happened in Southern California. A 7-month-year-old baby boy, Emmanuel Haro, gone missing. The last time that the baby was seen with his mother, Rebecca, at a store outside the store department, and she was in her car changing her diaper, and apparently she told the police that someone was behind her, said hola, and knocked her out unconsciously. She was on the ground, and then next you know, when she woke up, her baby boy was missing, and she was screaming frantically, and she was going to call 911, but instead she went to the store and asked the employees, the manager, like, have you seen my son? My son is missing. And it just been all over the news worldwide. Everyone was searching for baby Emmanuel. And this is a picture of him, precious little boy, 7 months, gone missing last Thursday apparently. And so basically, seven month old baby had been missing for 6 days. A neighborhood, said that his disappearance was very suspicious from the get go. Now, according to Southern California, the deputies they've been searching for Emmanuel since August 14, and his mother Rebecca Haro and his father Jake Haro told the police that she was changing, like I said, changing his diaper in a parking lot at a sporting goods store when a stranger knocked her out and kidnapped her boy. Now, I don't know about you guys. If someone is behind me say hola, I'm going to turn my head and say what the f, why are you in my space and what are you trying to do? But she didn't do that. So basically, this is what she told the deputies that someone knocked her out, and then that's when she was on the floor. Now, according to the deputies, they questioned her, and then when they questioned her, her story started to change a little bit. It was a lot of inconsistencies in her story to the point that the parents stopped the interview and lure up. And because I guess one of the deputies wanted the mother Rebecca to take what you call it? Oh, it's on the top of my head. A lie detector test. But the father, Jake, said no. We're going to get a lawyer, and then once we get a lawyer, then we could take the lie detector test. If you have nothing to hide, and what you're saying to the police officer originally that you got struck by the face, knocked down, someone took your son while you were changing his diaper, why lawyer up really quickly? Why get a lawyer? Why not take the polygraph test? You know what I mean? That's what I want is a polygraph test or the lie detector test, same thing. And that raised red flags to me. That's very suspicious because for me, if I had nothing to hide and someone really took my son or daughter, you best believe I'm going to take a polygraph test. You best believe I'm going to be frantic and upset and all over the place. Okay, and I would have made a statement, which the mother did, which I'm going to let you listen to. I would have said, okay, I would be beside myself if my child was missing or taken from me, and I would have said in front of the cameras, just this is what I would have said. I would have said, you better hope the police officer catch you first before I do. Because if I catch you, if I find you, you're dead. That's what I would have said. But the mother didn't say that. And I know what you're going to say. A lot of people handle grief and things, not grief, but certain circumstances differently. But I'm sorry, a mother goes crazy if their child is missing. A mother would be beside themselves. Tears would be dropping through their face and everything. There was no speck of tears in the mother's, okay, Rebecca or the father. Okay, does that mean that they're guilty? No, of course not. Does it look suspicious? Yes. Okay. Does it look very suspect to me? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because none of it makes sense to me. Okay. And I have my theory. Okay. I believe, okay, that this was staged. The interview was all performance. Okay. There was no speck of tears in the mother's eyes, period. It was all performed. Okay. I believe that they did something to Emmanuel. Okay. I believe Emmanuel is dead. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what the feeling I'm getting. The 7-month-old baby, he's gone. So if I was the authorities, I would not. I would do a search and recovery and try to find the body of this innocent angel little boy who didn't deserve to allegedly to be murdered by their own parents, because that's what I believe what happened. That black eye that you're going to see, she said that someone struck her. I believe Jake, her husband, probably physically hit her, or she did it to herself to make it look like that someone attacked her. Okay, I feel like this was all staged, just to have an alibi, so it doesn't paint out on them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. This whole story and everything doesn't seem right to me. It's very off and very weird. And this is the statement that the police officer said, and I'm going to read for you. It says, on August 14, 2025, at 7:47 p.m., deputies were dispatched to retail business after Rebecca Haro reported that while she stood outside her vehicle changing her child's diaper, she saw physical assault by an unknown male and rendered unconsciously. She woke up at 7-month-old infant. Emmanuel Haro was gone. Deputy and K9 units were units from Saint Bernardino, hopefully I'm saying it correctly, and Riverside counties, responding and beginning a extensive search. Emmanuel was not located. Based on these circumstances, Sheriff's Specialized Investigation Division responds and assists with the investigation. The investigator interviewed multiple individuals, including Emmanuel's parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro. During those interviews, Rebecca was confronted with inconsistency in her initial statement and declined to continue with the interview. At this point, the investigators are unable to rule out foreplay and the disappearance of an Emmanuel. So they lawyer up very quickly, very fast, and to me, that's a red flag. To me, that looks suspicious. Why lawyer up? Why get a lawyer? Why inconsistent stories? Did your child was taken, or did you harm your child? And I believe the husband did something to the child, and maybe the mother, Rebecca, covered it up. Maybe she was trying to protect her son, and then she got into the crossfire when she had that black eye. I don't know, but it seems possible that the father, Jake, hurt his son, 7-month-old baby Emmanuel, and did something and buried him somewhere. Because obviously they checked their house, the backyard and everything. They didn't find anything. So basically, I believe that the father put the body somewhere else that no one can't find him. Because where is he? Where is he? It doesn't make any sense. Also, the father, Jake, has a rap sheet. Yes, he has a rap sheet, which I'm going to tell you right now. Okay? It's charges information. It seemed like back in 2018, he was charged with unwillful child cruelty. And I believe that was his daughter from his previous marriage, that he abused her, did some cruelty towards his daughter, and he was sentenced for 108 days. He's in probation right now, and he was convicted as a felon. Seems like this man doesn't do well with children, and and it seemed like he has a temper and he can't handle his emotions when it comes to children, and that's very dangerous, very very dangerous and very scary. And it just points, everything points to the parents. Okay, now there was a search for the baby Emmanuel, and they raised $5,000. That all stopped because there was a lot of questions, a lot of suspicions that the story is not adding up. It's not making any sense. And I want you to listen to this news footage of the shocking update in regards to the disappearance of baby Emmanuel. So take a listen.
Parts of their story just don't add up. KTLA's Sarah Welch is live in San Bernardino with the latest updates. Sarah? Sharon, Mecca, good evening. Investigators aren't taking any questions about those inconsistencies, but they did say that they have scoured the areas of Yucaipa and Cabzaon looking for any evidence of this baby boy and his whereabouts, and that they've also collected large amounts of surveillance video and are currently reviewing it, piecing this all together ever since the baby's mother claims that her little Emmanuel was kidnapped 4 days ago.
It's just a baby. Just give our son back, please.
The couple went public with their plea for help, but now their phone numbers on the flyer for their missing baby are disconnected. And Jake and Rebecca Haro have reportedly lawyered up.
There's a lot of
Lawyer
things that we're reading that just don't add up.
The locals who don't know the couple are zeroed in on the search for the 7-month-old that is garnering national attention.
What is happening in the city, what is happening to this family.
Sunday night, people worried for baby Emmanuel held a vigil for him in the Big Five parking lot in Yucaipa, where his mother claims her baby was kidnapped last Thursday evening. She says she was at this nearby park and ran to Big Five to buy a mouthguard for her stepson. And as she was about to change the baby's diaper, a stranger knocked her out and kidnapped the baby. But investigators say there are holes in her story and they cannot rule out foul play. This afternoon, deputies walked the couple's property in Cabzaon, and over the weekend, investigators were seen there, and the baby's grandmother says cadaver dogs also searched the home.
They're not going to hurt that baby. That couple were just homebodies.
The grandmother says Emmanuel is her daughter's pride and joy, but we've learned that history of child abuse and a felony child cruelty conviction from a previous relationship. The couple's 2-year-old has been removed from the home as a result of this case as the search goes on to find the baby boy. Now, we did ask the grandmother if anyone saw baby Emmanuel at the park last Thursday. She told us that the baby's mother would never take him out of the car because he didn't have his vaccinations. The grandmother also told us that her daughter was asked to take a lie detector test, but her husband said no.
No, I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. Again, why not take the lie detector test? If you have nothing to hide, why not take it? I'm sorry, and I know it's too soon, but we will find out the truth by the end of this week or next week. And I hope and pray they do find baby Emmanuel alive. But I'm telling you, and I'm going with my gut intuition, the father killed his own son, okay? And the mother had something to do with it, Rebecca, okay? And that's just a fact that I believe that's what happened, okay? Because why not take a lie detector test? Why not cooperate with a police officer? Why are you not outraged? Again, all of this was just a performance. You know what I mean? A performance, and for the community to get sympathy and empathy for the parents when they actually did something to their own son. And they're sick and despicable, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting what they're doing. And I know it's innocent until proven guilty, but none of this is lining up. None of it is adding up, period. I'm going to show you another footage of the mother, Rebecca, and her response of everything. And maybe it's just me, you guys. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm just too harsh. But you know what? I have eyes. I can see. Maybe you can see a different perspective, that maybe she's being sincere. Maybe she is hurting that her son, her baby boy, got kidnapped. But when I looked at this footage, and I looked at it multiple times, so it's just not all in my head, it was all a performance. There was no speck of tears or anything. There was just no outrage, like what a mother would do if they found out that their child was missing. You get what I'm saying? And I seen it. I seen when things happen with someone's child, they go crazy. They go crazy and nuts, and I just did not sense that with Rebecca. I really, really don't. But take a look of her statement, what she had to say to the reporters. Oops, let's go.
If you know anything, please, I'm just begging you to bring him back. I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair.
Where's
and
the
I
tears?
had his diapers right here. And then someone said, hola. And I couldn't even turn, and that was just...
Pause. You heard what she said. Someone was behind her, okay? Someone told her, hola. You could not turn your fucking head? Excuse my language. Really? I don't think so. If I have my child in the car and someone said that to me, my head would be, I probably would have whiplash. Like, and tell the person, what the fuck you want? Okay? I would be enraged. And for her not to say, not to turn her head around, that's just dumb. That's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. This does not add up. Something is not right here. Her story is just not right. Continue on.
I don't remember nothing. I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me. I had to get my phone and call 911. I ran to whole perimeter and there's nothing here. I didn't see him. I didn't see nothing. Nobody saw nothing. There's no cameras here. There's no lighting.
To the person who took my son, please just give him back to us. We'll forgive you.
No tears.
We won't
All
bother
performance.
you. We just want our baby boy.
He has little wavy hair and light brown hair, so soft, like a feather, with beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful baby, energetic, very playful, very happy.
Don't hurt him, man. Please feed him. Take care of him.
Please don't hurt him, protect him, and just bring him back to his parents that love him.
Don't hurt him. They already hurt him. They already hurt their own son. Again, performance. It's pathetic. And I feel bad for baby Emmanuel because he did not deserve this, to have awful parents, allegedly. I'm saying allegedly, awful parents, but their parents did something to that boy, okay? To that beautiful, precious baby boy. And now they're just doing this whole performance, this whole stage act, make it seem like they're the victims when they staged the whole thing. And you saw the black eye, okay? She did not get that black eye when the baby went missing. This was probably prior, okay, before Emmanuel got missing, okay? And obviously there was no cameras in front of the store. There was no cameras, no anything, so that no one couldn't see anything. And apparently there was witnesses at the store, the managers and the employees. They even said to someone, okay, that Rebecca, when she went to the store to get the not brace, but the mouth guard for her stepson, they said that she didn't have the baby with her. Okay, she didn't have a baby Emmanuel with her. That's what they're saying. Okay, and again, more information is going to come out that this woman is lying. Okay, that Emmanuel was not with her at that store. I believe something happened in that house. She was trying to find an alibi, okay, and cooked up this cockadoodle story that her son got kidnapped. And her and her husband, Jake, staged the whole thing. That is my theory. That's what I'm going with. And that's what's going to reveal itself by this week or next week. I guarantee you guys, because none of it makes sense at all. At all. It doesn't. And it's just really sad and saddens me that you have women, let me rephrase that, you have couples all around the world that's desperate to start a family, that wants to have a family so bad and have kids. And then they can because they're going through some type of struggles with infantilities and stuff like that. And these people have 5 children, okay? 5 children, and then you're just going to put harm on one of your 7-month-old baby? How disgusting, despicable are you? How despicable and disgusting are you? God created life, and then you have the right to take away life? Like that, make it make sense. Precious. Let me go back and show you the picture, you guys, so you guys can just see it and just have it in your head. Precious boy. Who didn't deserve this? Who didn't deserve to, be harmed by their own parents. They didn't have a voice to speak up or say anything. Okay? It saddens me. And people like Rebecca and Jake, they disgust me. And I hope and pray that God will bring the truth out and bring out the light and then have these two parents arrested for murder their own son. Again, this is just allegedly, but this is the gut feeling that I'm having that they murdered their own son. They really did. They murdered their own son. I don't have proof of it. I'm just going this gut feeling that I'm having, and none of all this stuff is not making any sense. And where is Emmanuel? We need to know. The community needs to know. Where is he? Where is your son? What did you do to him? We deserve answers. What did you do to him? This poor, innocent, beautiful angel who didn't deserve this, who had his whole precious life ahead of him, and you just took his life. For what? For what reason? Utterly disgusting. They disgust me. And I hope and pray that the deputies find out the truth and dig up more information about this. And if you guys know any information, please report it to the deputies, report it to your local officers if you live in Southern California, because we need justice for baby Emmanuel. We do. And before I go on the next topic, I just want to tell you, if you do see him, because they said that he was pardon me, I'm trying to find, if I can find it. I know I highlighted it, and I can't. Okay, the last thing that he was wearing is a onesie, a black onesie, and it had Nike on it. That's what I wanted to say. So if you notice anything, and if you live in that area in Southern California, if you notice anything suspicious or weird, or if I hope and pray he's alive. I really do. I hope and pray that he's alive. And if you see something, say something, and please report it to the police officer so they can deal with this matter. And my heart goes out to the grandmother, to other people that were involved in this, and I hope there will be justice for baby Emmanuel. And that's all I have to say about that. So moving on to the next topic. So this woman, okay, I just want to show you. Her name is Devon Flangan. Okay, she is AG, an attorney general in Rhode Island, and apparently she and her friend Veronica, can't remember her last name, went out, and apparently they were trespassing at a restaurant, and one of the manager or whoever called the police, trying to escort those two out. And it seemed like they were, Devon, that's the attorney general, she looked very intoxicated, very drunk, and her friend was just very loud and just very disrespectful to the police officer, Brady, am I saying that right? Yeah, Brady. And Brady was just doing his job, and I'm all for it. I love this police officer because he was not taking no nonsense for these two women, and he had zero tolerance for it. He really did. I feel like he just really wanted to go home and just relax, and those two women were not compliant, and he was very nice. He even asked them to leave the premises, to leave, and then this woman, Devon, kept saying, I'm AG, I'm AG, I'm AG, and the cop said, I don't give a F. I'm just paraphrasing here. I don't care. And then she was like telling him, you need to turn off your body cam because it's the law. If you talking to a public person out in the street, you need to turn off your body cam because I am a lawyer. That's what her friend said. Veronica said to the police officer. She's a lawyer and she knows this. And I looked it up, and she's incorrect. That's not true. It says, because I asked, is it can a law officer turn off a body cam? And it says no. Generally, not law enforcement, not lawful for police officers to turn off their body words cameras at will. With some situations, may allow for temporary deactivation, such as a bathroom break. If you go into the bathroom, you have to turn it off because that's privacy. Or if the camera is malfunctioning, that's one thing. But most policies require officers to keep the cameras active during interaction. And I believe that was an interaction outside that restaurant in Rhode Island, okay, with the public. Turning off a body cam without proper justification can lead to disciplinary actions or even legal consequences. So I'm sorry, Devon, you're wrong. Even though you're a lawyer, you're wrong because police officers should not turn off their body cams unless malfunction or if they're using going to the restroom to take a break. Those are the two options. Other than that, the police officer had the right to leave his body camera on, and rightfully so, because everything was documented and footage. And I have to say, these two women are stupid. They're dumb. She said that she's AG. You're an attorney general. Like, I don't understand why she was not compliant. Okay, she was a little drunk, but still. And her friend, Veronica, made it 10 times worse for her and for herself. All you had to do is just remove yourself from the restaurant and leave. Even the cop even said, Officer Bradley said, I don't want to arrest you. Just leave. No, they kept giving the police officer pushback after pushback, and at the end up, they both were arrested. And I have to say, Veronica, she just topped the cake. She really did. She was just so freaking dramatic, screaming on the top of her lungs. Like, she did not want it to go inside that police car, pardon me. Like, if she even tried, the officer tried to make her go in there, and she was just screaming on top of her lungs like her life was in danger. Like, her life was in danger because the officer told her, get inside the car. Get inside the car. She refused. She kept yelling her boyfriend's name. Dan, babe, help me. Poor boyfriend couldn't even do anything because if he tried to interfere, his ass would be arrested too. So he just had to watch and looked at his girlfriend was being arrested and said, babe, it's going to be okay. And she just screaming in the top of her lungs. And I know my description of it is not justice enough. So I'm going to let you watch the whole entirety of it because it's just ridiculous. It's stupid. I just don't understand why people think they're above the law because there are a general attorney general or there's some lawyer or whatever. You have to follow the law. You have to follow rules. What make you an exempt woman? Why? Because you work in some type of government or some type of law firm or whatever. So that's mean that you are exempt from everyone else? No, the officer had a job to do. Someone reported that you were trespassing and they wanted you to go. Okay? And you refused. You kept giving the police officer pushback and your friend Veronica too. So both your ass got arrested. And it's just crazy because all of this could have been prevented, and you could have just went home. But no. You thought you were some big shot. You thought that you just knew it all. And you thought that the officer was just going to turn around and just said, okay, ma'am, that's okay. We're just going to let you go. No. But anyway, I'm going to let you take a watch the whole entirety of the body cam, this footage, and it's just crazy. So take a look. Also, the woman in the pink dress, that is Devon Flangan, and the woman on the left with the white dress, that's Veronica, her friend that works with her, and she's the one who had the big mouth and thought she was a hot shot and thought she knew it all when she didn't. Oh, and then before I continue, the gentleman on the right, that's Veronica's boyfriend.
Turn it off. It's a citizen request. It's to turn it off.
So they want you guys to leave?
Yes, we're gonna leave.
Let's just leave. Let's just make it easy, okay?
We're gonna make it easy. That's not.
I am. Okay. I'm her
That's
husband.
not the point. Can you look at me?
We'll talk over here, okay?
Your protocol is.
Can we all talk? Can we all talk? Talk over here. They want you to leave.
Your protocol is.
Can we talk? Who's she to you? What's that?
No, nothing.
She is.
The officer that's talking, that's Officer Bradley, and I love him.
Our college friends. Yes.
No, I'm not.
You guys just want to know? Do you want to trespass? Anything we can do. Yeah. Trespass? Yeah. I just need trespass. Get it out. Please.
Ooh, cuff him. You heard what he said? He said cuff them. He was tired. Whatever incident that happened, he just want those two women to leave. He said cuff them. That's it. Drunk. Just go home.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I know that your protocol is.
So you're trespassing, so we gotta leave now. Unless you want to be there.
We're not trespassing. You haven't notified us that we're trespassing. Number one.
What did I just say to you? You're
You're
trespassing.
number
Let's go.
one. Number one.
I don't
Number
want to
two.
arrest you guys.
You're not gonna arrest us. Number two
So let's
is
leave.
that
We gotta go. We gotta go.
protocol
Let's
is
go. Let's
to
go.
make them down for 1 second. If we ask you to
I
turn
don't
your
want.
body
I don't
cam
want to
off.
deal with this. Let's
Okay.
go.
No,
You don't
I
wanna deal with
understand
this.
you don't want to deal with it, but the
Let's go.
protocol.
Officer Bradley wants to go home. He don't want to deal with the shenanigans. All they had to do was just freaking leave, and they were not compliant. And Officer Bradley was getting annoyed and aggravated. So when they continued to give him pushback, he started to get annoyed and told them, "Let's go, let's go. I don't want to arrest you." That's what he said. But they kept running their mouth. If they would have just kept their big mouth shut, everything would have been good. But no, they just kept going and going.
And your protocol
can
is
you
if I ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off, and
That's
that's
not
your
true.
protocol.
She's a fucking lawyer, so she knows.
A
Well,
dumb
that's
lawyer.
bullshit lawyer stuff. So that's not true. So we gotta go.
Not true.
No, it is. That's the law.
I'm an
What
AG.
she's saying.
I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
I don't give a shit.
We're going.
That's sick.
Let's go.
Excuse.
We're leaving.
Please don't
We're leaving.
put your hands on us.
Can you get your children out of here?
Children.
I don't know why.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Two full-grown women and mothers.
Handcuffs. That's it.
You just need to take. You just need to take.
I'm an AG.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
What do you?
I know shit.
What do you
To the police
probably
officer.
supposed to detain me for?
You're being detained because you're not leaving.
You
relax. Sir, she's not doing anything wrong.
I'm an AG.
She's an AG. You're not. She's not being arrested. Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs. I'm not being
Okay, do you have any
arrested.
weapons on you?
No, I'm an AG.
Her badge
You're
is
being arrested. Let me tell you something. You're
Buddy,
arrested.
get the hell out of here. Buddy, just seriously.
You're arrested, AG. Let me tell you something.
Pause right here. This is just so hilarious. I can't stop laughing. The background that you're hearing screaming, no, 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 that's Veronica. She is unhinged. She is crazy. And that's what you're hearing in the background. Her screaming, no, no, no.
Are you under arrest right now? No.
You're putting me in handcuffs and you're Mirandizing. You're not Mirandizing me.
Relax. Relax.
Buddy, you're gonna regret this.
Ooh.
You're gonna regret it. I'm an AG.
I'm an agent.
Take your hands off me.
We will get the
Take
license.
your fucking hands off
Okay,
me.
we will get the license. She's getting
No.
No. Get the license. Get out of here. Get back right now.
Get back, boyfriend. Or you'll be arrested too.
No.
Get back.
So pause. As you can see, you see the other police officer who was trying to handcuff her, but she got out of the handcuff. I don't know how she did that, but she did. She's very strong woman. So she got out of the handcuff, but then they tried to handcuff her again.
Handcuffs. Yep.
I'm right here. It's okay.
Go for it.
No, I'm right here.
See, she got out of it.
No. Stop.
Okay, I'm right here.
No, please, I'm scared.
I'm right
Please,
here.
I'm scared. Please, I'm scared. No, I'm not gonna put my hands on that.
I'm right here.
No.
Okay,
No, please don't do this to my friend.
I'm right here.
No. Babe.
I'm right here.
Babe.
I'm right here.
No. Babe.
Relax.
Just relax. Let them handcuff you. Relax.
We don't want to put you in handcuffs. Let's go. Let's go.
No. Babe.
Listen, you're overreacting. You're adding to
Very
it.
overreacting.
No.
It was not even necessary.
Please take my hands off. Please take them out of handcuffs. No. Please take them.
You're overreacting.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have this happen.
Exactly.
Get in the car.
No.
None of this had to happen.
No. Babe, no.
Get in the
No.
car. Just put her in.
No.
Get back, bro.
Damn.
Get in the car.
That's some strong ass woman. Look at that.
Get your feet in the car.
Unhinged.
Damn.
right here.
Dad! Help me! Dad! Wait, cornmeal.
Get your feet in the car. Get your feet in the car. You're a grown adult. You're acting like a kid.
Yes, like a 5-year-old.
This is so inappropriate. You're overreacting.
Ah, sick.
So, they weren't gonna trespass. They were just throwing a fucking fit.
He said, fucking fit. He said, He's like, man, why'd I have to deal with these crazy two bitches? He didn't say that. I'm saying that. I felt bad for the police officer. I felt bad for the boyfriend. It's just crazy. All they had to do was just listen to the officer and just remove themselves from the restaurant and just leave. And they just would have went home and that's it. Okay? But no, they made it more difficult for themselves and look what happened. Now they end up arrested, going to jail. I don't know if they're going to keep their jobs, but it's just ridiculous. And it was really unnecessary. And I don't feel bad for them at all. I'm sorry. The officer was trying to be nice. And when you're trying to be a dick and not listen and giving the police officer pushback, thinking that you know it all, doesn't make any sense. And like I said, if you feel like you were mistreated or the officer did something, then you go the next day and report it. My gosh, she kept saying, I'm AG. You're the Attorney General. So if you feel like you were being unjust, why you don't do the right thing and just wait until the next morning? Get the badge number or whatever. But no, you didn't do that because you were intoxicated. You probably won't even remember half the things that you said or did. Your friend, Veronica, she was unhinged and out of her freaking mind and making a big scene out of nothing. She was acting like a toddler. Maybe even a toddler would be better well-mannered than her. She was just acting ridiculous and stupid, screaming, yelling. She didn't want to go inside the police officer car. It was just ridiculous and unhinged. And, oh gosh, God help them both. Anyway, moving on. The last thing I want to talk about is the airport. You know, I just don't get it. And I just need someone to help me. I don't understand why people go crazy at the airport, meaning that they just go unhinged and start attacking, people or attacking or vandalizing equipments and stuff like that. I just don't understand it. And where's the security? Where's the guards? Where's the police officer when things happen like that? And it seemed like especially it's happening at the MCO airport. And if you don't know what that stands for, that's the Orlando airport because I live in Orlando. And it's like all the shit goes down there. It really does. And then when I travel, nothing happens. Nothing happens. And I would love one day to see some shit happen in Orlando so I can just record it. Because that's where the stuff happens. It happens in Orlando. And this unhinged woman, I don't know what set her off, but she just went crazy and started vandalizing computer. She attacked someone, and a woman recorded it, and then they were like saying in the background, where's the security? And I'm like saying to myself, where are the security? Like, why no one's not paging someone that we have a disturbed, unhinged woman just screaming and yelling and breaking things and attacking someone, and there's no one to be found to diffuse the situation. Anyway, this is the last video that I want to share with you. And I'm like, people are just crazy. And this is when people go crazy at the airport. Why people can't be civilized? Why people can't just be normal and just behave? But they act like freaking toddlers. I don't understand it. And there's something in the water. There's something in the airport that people go unhinged. And they're not being normal. I just don't get it. And why there's not enough security? But take a look at this video. Just crazy. Very disturbing. There we go. What the computer did to her? Southwest staff.
Ooh, that's assault.
Assault. Yeah, call 911. What are you waiting for? Damn. Oh my. scared. I would be too.
Hey,
Inch.
is it a joke? Call the police. For who? Call the police.
Your security sucks.
Yeah, security sucks.
So that's what it's on. Get police. Yeah, because no, it's not your brother. It's not your brother that you need to go disconnected. Right?
Clearly, this woman was upset with the Southwest staff. I don't know the reason why, but I don't know if she's on drugs or she was intoxicated. But clearly, how can any passenger who goes in the airport feel safe when shit like that happens? Like, I don't even feel safe when I go to the airport because you just never know what you're going to end up seeing. And luckily for me, when I go to the airport, none of this happens, unfortunately, with me when I go. But it seems like when other people travel, they don't want to see stuff like that, especially when you have kids. That's very terrifying for kids to see this. You know what I mean? You have one unhinged woman just yelling, screaming, and cursing for whatever reason it is. It's not. I condemn it. It's not an excuse, but still, there's ways to handle a situation without raising your voice, without breaking things, without assaulting someone, because you're going to end up in jail. And the disturbing part is, where is the security? Like, why they're not moving fast enough? Because there's a disturbance. What if that woman had a weapon, even though she went through security and there was nothing there, but still, you know what I mean? You can have an easy, a pen or whatever that can turn into a weapon and you can easily attack someone. And it's just very scary that the Orlando airport need to step up their security and have security guards that's well trained. And when incidents happen like that, then they can do something about it and escort crazy people like her and among other people, because people are just unhinged. They're crazy. They need to take their medication. They need to stop drinking, whatever the case might be. It needs to be safe for all the people that's traveling. Okay. And that's all I have to say about that, you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Take care and God bless.